Our 50th anniversary is important to us for several reasons, including it's a milestone. It's a time for us to reflect, and probably just as important, it's an opportunity to celebrate. From a milestone standpoint, our 50th anniversary indicates that we have matured as an institution, that we've had 50 years of successful operations, and that we've been able to stay relevant to the needs of Texas for half a century. With the way that technology and society move together at an increasing pace year after year, relevance is going to be a really important skill for TSTC. Fortunately, we are accomplished at this. We know that our mission is to serve the work needs of Texas. And because we have a constant, in-depth dialogue going on with industry, we can be sure that our relevance will remain high even as technology changes rapidly. From a celebration standpoint, I think the 50th is really exciting. I mean, half a century of operations. Think of all the students that came through here over those decades. Think of the families whose fortunes in the economy were changed because folks got a great job with their technical skills. I think that's worthy of celebration. It's really important to pause and say thank you. And so I love the 50th anniversary challenge coin that is beginning with this celebration. This coin is a way for us to demonstrate the feelings of value that we have for each other. I think it's a wonderful, tangible example of the inner TSTC spirit. What's cooler than a 65 Mustang convertible? Well, maybe TSTC? So it's wonderful that the two of those are going to join hands as symbolic of each other's time together over the past 50 years. The 65 Mustang is a symbol of our 50th anniversary celebration, and it'll be available to TSTC campuses across the state, where we get to use it for homecoming parades or car shows or any place that we want to demonstrate to the public how skillful our students are, because this car was restored by TSTC students from the various locations across Texas. We've developed a special trailer for it to travel in, and importantly, a local Ford dealer has donated a large pickup truck for us to pull it anywhere in Texas that it needs to be. So folks everywhere will get to see the 65 Mustang that is our symbol. I am really excited about the 50th anniversary coffee table book. We have spent the past 2 years combing our archives, doing research at our libraries and others, collecting images and stories from those who have been important during our 50-year history. And we're compiling that into a book that describes the first 50 years of TSTC. It's going to be a wonderful publication. So, during our 50th anniversary, every employee at TSTC will get a book. Every student who graduates during our 50th anniversary will get a book. The Texas legislature will each get a book, the governor's office and others. And we'll make sure that the state archive, housed at the Bob Bullock Museum, gets copies of the book too. Later, they'll also be available for purchase at all of our locations. If one of the really important parts of a 50th anniversary is the notion of celebration, then I think we have a wonderful, tangible indication of that celebration in our new tradition of student stoles. Who hasn't reminisced fondly about where they were when a particular important event occurred? Well, the beauty of the stole is it is a strong icon of being in a certain place at a certain time that one can pass on with respect to those who shared that special moment in history. I love the idea. Our 50th logo is important. In fact, contained within it is a metaphor of TSTC. Our time so far has been defined in part by the fact that our world has moved from an analog world to a digital world. And if you look carefully at our 50th logo, you can see a manifestation of that change in the logo itself. Our 50th is a time to reflect. What we find in that reflection is there are those things that must constantly change, that we have to re-up our relevance in Texas on a constant basis. And to re-up, we have to constantly evolve. But just as importantly is those things that don't change. Our principles, the way we do business, the fact that we respect not just the students who attend here, but the people who serve them. Those non-negotiables are recommitted to during a special event like our 50th anniversary. Our model of higher education in America is much older than most people think. Indeed, it's a system that was created hundreds of years ago in Europe. We actually pride ourselves on staying true to our traditions. So what I like about TSTC is that we respect the past and those models that have been given to us by our forefathers in education. But we also have the courage and the knowledge to know that constant change is the new normal. Our willingness to change, to remain ever relevant, is the gift that TSTC will give to higher ed. As we look at our 50th year, it's a great time for us to pause and remind ourselves that we got here because we had the courage to constantly renew, to stay up to speed with the change in technology. So as we go forward, we've got to make sure that we renew that sense of courage, that we fearlessly adapt and adopt the technology that will be tomorrow's future and not today's practice. Watch us for the next 50 years. Who knows what the future will bring? So the TSTC 50th anniversary is a big deal. And you know what? It starts right now.